Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, man. What's up, people? How y'all doing? What up? What up? What's going on? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. What's happening? What'd I miss? Fill me in. What'd I miss? Ah, really? Yeah, I heard about that. Sad thing, isn't it? Oh, sad. Oh, it's so pathetic. It's really detrimental to the left. Oh, he got loud. He got upset. He had feelings. He expressed them. And do tell. Oh, it would appear that only some people are allowed to get, upset and angry or pissed off about shit they believe in. Others are not. Others are scary. Unga bunga bunga, What is going on? My name is Tim Black, guys. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you all here. Just dealing with the blatant hypocrisy of this left shit, this corporate shit, this media world. It seems people have been taking notes. They're like, wow, when you express yourself, people tend to... And you know what? Yeah, when you express yourself, it's okay. People hate you, gonna hate you. People that dislike it. But be authentic to who you are. It seems a little forced now. Seems a little forced now because you just got through going through this whole hissy fit about this guy who's not worth me mentioning, is not good enough. I'm highbrow. You never would have thought. Never would have thought. Look, man. So I want us to try to get back to normalcy around this motherfucker because, what? Yes, he said it. I want us to try to get back to some normalcy. I got a couple of stories, but I got to start off laughing my ass off. I have to, man, because this is a blatant hypocrisy. Dude, if you wanted to, look, everybody wants to come up, huh? I told you, don't be name dropping me and shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that bullshit. Nothing at all. I'm way over here. Don't use me. Don't fucking use me. Don't name drop. Don't use me. And don't try, look, and then trying to, see, this is it. This is how it always is. People are disingenuous. They try to prop themselves up with somebody else. Look for motherfucking boost. It's terrific, man. Yeah, I just saw a live stream. Well, I was sent some live stream stuff, and it's like Cartoon Network out this motherfucker. Of course, guys. So, what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say nothing. Like Mrs. Black and I, Tim Black, listen to Mrs. Black. Okay, I'm listening to Mrs. Black. We're gonna move on with our show tonight. We're gonna try to cover a couple of stories. I'm not gonna get bogged down in this. But man, guys, you gotta understand, when Tim Black gets angry and irate and pissed off authentically about some shit, y'all see how I was? What was it, Saturday? I had only been off like 4 hours sleep. And then I got woken by a message that somebody was up talking about some old stupid shit. My vision wasn't even right. I was still sleeping, tired, had a fucking headache. It was a day I'm supposed to celebrate my birthday. I looked crazy, but that was all authentic. There was righteous indignation. You know what that is? I know you can spell it. So people have that around here. So it's just amazing. I like me, and I'm not going to change who I am. We're going to fight for the shit we believe in, Wolfpack. That's what we're going to do. Everybody ain't got to believe in the same shit we believe in. In fact, if everyone believed in the same things, then we make us robots. That will make us like not authentic. It's inauthentic. So everyone needs to ride for what they ride for and do their best to advocate for the people that they're advocating for. I'm advocating for black people. My biggest diss or my biggest reason for wanting to just go ham on these motherfuckers is that they think people tend to believe they have the world cornered. Like their only point of view is the only point of view to have. And you guys, whether you want Medicare for all, whether you want reparations, whether you want to close the racial wealth gap, whether you want to wake the world up to black issues, whether you want to, military industrial complex, colonization, imperialism, whether you want to stamp that out, root that out, call that out, all that shit's good shit. All that's good shit. Whether you want to talk about is my friend Sam from the Reset Race podcast, she was talking about food insecurity. Very relevant issue. Some of you are very concerned about it. Whether it's about environmental justice. These are all very potent reasons. And all of them, folks, with corruption in government, election integrity, voting rights, criminal justice reform, ending qualified immunity. All these are very, if you spend any time in this shit, you're going to become viscerally like us. We eat, live, sleep this shit. Like this all I do. I don't go do something else. And it's, if it doesn't get to you at a certain level, then either one, you're just paid and you're going through the motions and you're numb at this point, which makes you kind of dangerous because you no longer relate to the everyday struggle. Most people, right? If you don't have a visceral, real, palatable reaction to it, well, not palatable, but we can feel it, we can touch it, it's not abstract. It's shit. We talk about life and death for people. How can we not? So as angry and pissed off and as whatever I think about certain individuals, when I see that you have a fury and a fire in your belly and some oozing compassion, raw energy, whatever it is, however you articulate it, everybody does it different ways. But I'm actually happy to see that because that means you give a fuck. And when other people have it, you should have the same level of respect for it because that's cool. Because they are not a drone. They're not just talking or shit on a monitor, just telling them what to say. We stand for what we stand for. We write it down it. We mean it. We say it with our chest. We don't try to conform to some bullshit. I have Wolfpack members who I know for a fact died early due to lack of medical coverage. So I take very high offense to motherfuckers who think I don't want health care, motherfucker. Who the hell are you? My dad had another 10 years if he had the right diagnosis at the right time. Fuck you. What you know about me? You don't know nothing. What you know? Huh? This little bubble you want to box you want to put people in. You don't know nothing. Because I done had the same thought in my head at the same time you had in your head. Does not make me any less humane, any more real, any less real, or whatever. Enlightened. So guys, we're going to be covering shit. I'm going to be calling shit out. And I'm going to be calling out your best friend's best friend. I'm going to be talking about your best whatever. Okay? And don't tell me, I love this, guys. I love it when people say, you need to be calling out truth to power. You need to be talking about these politicians and these commentators on these cable news networks. Motherfucker, do you pay attention at all? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I got virtual playlist essays. Bodying motherfuckers that had nothing to do with independent media. But I get it. Rookie mistake. Don't do no fucking research. Go on shows, do some research about what the channels you're going on. Just everything's a come up. Everything's self-promotion. Don't motherfuckers take no time, no due diligence on anything. Things we're gonna get as big as we can. Our motherfuckers are a disgrace. Get your shit right. With that being said, I like fire, man. I like people having energy, man. Believe in what you believe. We can debate those issues, man. I don't want no harm to come to you. And look, guys, what's Tim talking about? He's talking about all the shit that's going on right now, man. I don't know where people been. We've never been totally on the same page. There's always different factions of any group, anything that's happening, any movement, anything that's It's because it's got energy and it's got different people from different walks of life, from different experiences, different points of view, different theories, ideologies. It's going to happen. Folks, I could say that today I had to take a little time. Tomorrow, man, we're really going to be back in full speed on. Because like this shit that's going on with your boy Joe Biden, notice I said your boy Joe Biden. I used to hate that. Hey, my boy. Biden stands behind his Afghan withdrawal despite hard and messy final days. And look, I have not watched the entire address, but I thought it was more important to get my ass onto the screen and talk to the people and do a show because it is Monday and that's try to keep schedules. But I can't rush this. I will say this. I have no belief in anything that comes out of the mouth of Joe Biden as far as what it really means. I know what's reported. I'm looking at what's happening in Afghanistan. I'm looking at reports that they're going to have these troops or no troops or this troops. I don't believe it, man. We are such an imperialistic juggernaut. We are so heinous in our operations, our foreign policy, that I can't look at any of this stuff and take it at face value. I got to go, I got to sift through it. You get what I'm saying? I have no security. I feel no secure in like looking at this for face value. So we're gonna, I'd take time on that, but I know, is it good or bad? Guys, let me know in the comment section below. What's going on with Joe Biden, with Afghanistan? Is it good that we're pulling out? I'm seeing obviously there's turmoil on the ground. There's a lot of disruption. It's dangerous as hell. We want to pull out and mind our damn business and stop meddling in the affairs of the Middle East, which is what got us in this issue to begin with. And how do you get out without it being messy? I don't know. Is that impossible? How you get out? Like, who the fuck made these people paternalistic? First of all, this thing like they care, like people care. I care about you. I just really care. No, you just want to shine. I really care. Like, the United States really cares. Yeah, they just want resources. There's a strategic element in everything that we do. We don't do shit because we care about people, man. That's what you and I do. At least that's what I do. And I get pissed off about issues that I care about. Some people, they get pissed off because it seems like a good opportunity to be pissed off, to look a certain way and to endear themselves to that person over there. Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop. Sign. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so we're going to take some time on that, guys. Bear with me on the Afghanistan. Maybe we'll get a couple people in to talk about it. Subject matter experts is what they are, who spent considerable amounts of their time, their life, delving into these issues. Those are the best stewards of that. I do have a story let's go to Tennessee. Now look, we talked about critical race theory. We discussed it here on this channel. What they're complaining about, critical race theory that's taught in colleges, totally different than what they're doing in the high school and the public schools. What they're beefing about, okay? What they're doing is they're putting everything that's black, but not just black. See, America has a tendency to do this. Whenever it wants a real wedge, they make it a black or white issue. Whenever somebody wants mileage out of an issue, they make it a black or white issue because they know the fabric of America is so fucking racist that when you do that, when you pit those two sides and you make it either black or white, you're going to get a lot of uprising. You're going to get a lot of clicks, views, people's emotionally triggered, and they're going to connect to it. So if you want some energy, you got to make it black or white. But critical race theory is not just about black and white, about slavery, about white supremacy. It's also about Native Americans. It's also about unions. It's also about workers' reform with farmers' rights. It's a lot to this. Agriculture. It's a lot that they're trying to whitewash in this and throw it under the blanket, under the heading of critical race theory, just to gin up the whites. To gin up the whites. And Tennessee is out in the forefront of this. Current Tennessee students or parents could file official complaints if prohibited topics around race, white privilege, and systemic racism are being taught in the classroom. Under a new proposed rule from the Tennessee Department of Education. So you could actually take the state to court. Because they told your kid that slavery is bad. They want slavery to be neutral. Because we would, God forbid, some white kids might have to feel bad about their ancestors. They lead the world to believe that Africa was an uncivilized country when it's a fucking continent, and that we lived in an era of, like, we were living in, squalor with no anything, and that's fine. But God forbid we, a couple of white kids are, informed that their parents were pretty much the garbage of Europe, who basically fled here and wanted to keep their slaves, man. Like, there's some shit. They don't want to talk about it. They so badly don't want to talk about these things that they're ready to sue motherfuckers. They're acting like Karens. So the new guidance in Tennessee, issued by the State Education Department late last week, is meant to help school districts and educators navigate a new state law restricting how schools teach students about racism. The guidance comes in the form of a proposed rule that members of the public have 10 days to weigh in on. So this law is going to ban talking about these things. According to the proposed guidance, a complaint must be filed by a current student, parent, or current student or current employee of the school district of a public charter school in which the allegation in the school district or a public charter school, which the allegation arose, and must be filed within 30 days to prohibited concept being included or promoted in said classroom. So they banned the topics related to critical race theory from being taught in public schools. The Tennessee law doesn't specifically specify critical race theory. Republican lawmakers are pointing to the theory, which is typically only taught in colleges and law schools, as a reason for the new legislation. So get what I just said there. That's exactly what I was telling you. Use this shit they ginned up about critical race theory that's taught at the college and graduate level, and make that now somehow related to talking about the cotton gin, talking about the Great Northern Exposure. So, it's always fun times. Kind of reminds me of a conversation I had online with somebody briefly on Twitter. So, if people don't care about the justice for black people, how could they ever give a fuck about me? Because I am that. And these people do care about justice for black people. Yeah, but if you did, you care about reparations. You care about closing the racial wealth gap. You stop saying stupid shit like, oh, we all get health care, we're all doing better. That's not going to close the racial wealth gap, and that's not reparations. Somebody ran over your dog, you'd want to check. They ran over our children, and you're saying, no check. Don't even bring it up because it's unpopular. These people are not going to want to do it, so. Sort of like Medicare for all, huh? Opposition. Opposition, not a problem for something you want. Opposition, a problem when it's something we want. Funny. All right, we're going to keep up to date on this here, Tennessee. It's not just Tennessee either, but they are leading. They're in the lead. They are a guiding light into the abyss. You guys good? Everybody okay? Because I want to go to the next story. I don't feel like, guys all right? Tell Facebook we're in this motherfucker. Facebook does not even know we're here. Yeah, where's the surplus of savings going to from USA pulling out from Afghanistan? I don't know. I'd take them, Johnson. Give it up for AMK. When I say I take them, I mean our people will take them. We'll use them in these communities. Right? right? Aren't there a number of social programs, a number of issues that we all face or that we care greatly about? There we go. We're saving some money. So if we pull out of Afghanistan, we got some money to spend, right? Right? I get what AMK is saying. How we going to spend that? How we going to spend that guap? That means money. How we going to spend that paper? IDOE. Leaving Afghans who aided our troops stuck there is immoral. I thought they were trying to get them out, but you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? They will be targeted by the Taliban. You damn right they will. Damn right. That's why I got to look at all of it. See what I'm saying? Because some people are just going, yes. And I'm like, hold on a second. What about all this other shit? So see what I'm saying? That's why I got to take my time, fam. That's why. Because I don't want to just say there's good reasons and there's bad reasons, and you got to look at these things, and you got to look at, because you can say this or you can say that, and, nigga hungry, and, you got to say, I don't want to just do that. Other people just do that. They do very well, just go both sides and shit. I want to, actually have an analysis that makes sense and that's bold and it's real, and it just doesn't play to try to keep both audiences in play. I don't know why people like that. It's what works. I don't want to do that. You get what I'm saying? So I want to be able to say, after having all the facts, how I feel, and let the chips fall where they may. And this leave room for my audience to go do their own logic and come up with their own conclusions about this, about Afghanistan. You get what I'm saying? Because we ain't cowards here. And it ain't all just about clicks. It ain't all about how big us, get the most people as possible to subscribe to us. And how many people were watching the live stream, man, because everybody's watching the live stream, man. Don't you know it, man? I was looking at other people's live stream, then I looked at my live stream, and I saw we got 100 more people on our live stream. They had on their live stream, and we got this many people, and, I didn't kill yourself. Not literally. It's a figure of speech. You get it, though. What else did he say? They will be talking about the Taliban. We owe them a place in the U.S. They owe us a place where I'm starting. I started to wish I was taught CRT in school. Tony D, and that the way y'all were. Yes. I feel you, man. When you say school, you mean graduate school or advanced studies? Because they don't teach that shit in high school. We read about 2 speeches of MLK, a couple sit-ins. Frederick Douglass. Harriet Tubman. I did a lot of looking on my own. I remember I used to have these pictures all over my walls in my room. I was 10, 11, 12, in elementary school, of great black leaders, W.E.B. Du Bois, you know what I'm saying? Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. Bethard McClune. It was a lot of black. Of course, MLK, Malcolm X. Also like dinosaurs when I was a kid, It's amazing. Now that I'm older, I see we have a lot of fucking dinosaurs walking around, and they're not so amazing. All right, guys. So this is the story, and I want you to see what they're doing here. How many people saw the video of the young woman and the husband who they snatched the kids from? Anybody seen this? Travesty, it's bullshit. This despicable display of our police state interjecting itself into the family, into the black family. Anyone else see the trauma on this woman's face? The demasculation of her husband? The state stealing, kidnapping her child? Who saw this? Who saw this? Anybody saw this? Keith Weston, you seen this? Anybody seen this? Peter, Gary. Okay, so I'm going to run the clip, guys. Get into this. This is Mercado, Saisha Mercado. She's a former contestant on American Idol. In fact, if she wasn't, we probably would have never heard about this story. That's how shit works. First of all, if she wasn't black, we probably wouldn't have heard about this story. And two, if she wasn't Saisha Mercado, we would have never heard about it. Here goes a clip.
Go down on your knees and pray real hard, Andy. We're sitting here, we're surrounded by sheriff deputies. We never landed.
You heard that, you know, so we're on beat, so I'm like a mile away, so says the GPS.
All right.
All right.
When case management came out the night before to do a welfare check of the baby, they couldn't get in the house.
We didn't say that. We said contact our attorney. That's what we told
We
him.
don't have a contract. CPS got the report, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why we're now involved. Come the next day, we get a report saying that this baby.
I'm hiding information or something like that.
This baby. Yep. Hold on one second.
Go ahead. Within the way the law works, within 24 hours, there's going to be a hearing. So our attorney has all the necessary information to have her return.
So they keep our baby
for 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour window, and there's everything within them statutes we have complied to, even within the law. So if they literally keep her beyond the next 24 hours, all I'm saying is to the people, like, this is what's going on.
I understand that.
If we were criminals, I understand. If we were breaking laws, not abided by statutes, I get that. But it's something that we have to communicate, because it's like, it's our role as any parent. I'm more than likely you're a parent, and you protect your babies, and that's all we're doing.
I carried my baby for 9 months.
This is normal.
You don't care.
I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, she can walk her back. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, you want hers too.
What's going on?
Do you have children? Would you just? There's no point.
They're not listening. There's no point.
They don't. So wrong, Sarah. How could
You don't
guys
feel
do
nothing?
this? Do you not feel
Let's
anything?
put the baby in the
You guys,
chair.
I'm human. This is
I
my baby.
understand
My
that.
baby is days old. And you're taking my baby away from me. You're taking my baby away from me. You have no heart. This is so wrong.
Just give her a second. Can you give her a second?
Don't make it seem like I'm
it's
crazy,
not.
okay?
Yeah, we suppose this is normal.
I
This is
know you
innocent.
have children.
Sarah.
This is my baby.
You may not have babies, but
I carried my baby for 9
This is-
months.
this is normal.
You don't care.
Yes, I do. Put the police.
You don't care.
Which,
Would you like to put the
You
baby
could
in
have
the car
talked.
seat?
No, I don't. I want my baby.
We have to put the baby.
My baby is.
within 24 hours, and I hope everybody, does their job and implements their ethics and morals, because we ain't broke no laws. We have no, and this. What are we supposed to do, a parent?
Yeah.
You serious?
This is the second child of Saisha Mercado that has been taken into custody by the state. What you just experienced there was a surprise roadside checkup conducted by the state. They forced her to give them breast milk on the side of the road as they took custody of her 10-day-old baby daughter. Their other child, 1-year-old son Amin Ra, was placed in the system after Mercado's breast milk supply started to run dry and the boy would not accept other fluids. They took Amin Ra to Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg on February 26 for help. While there, Pendergrass organization alleges that the little boy was examined by Dr. Sally Smith. Dr. Sally Smith. This lady, oh man, she is something else. She's under investigation, a controversial subject of a 2020 USA Today network investigation after she was accused of being too quick to diagnose child abuse. Her word is carte blanche in Florida. If she says you abused your child, even if other doctors and agencies disagree, for some reason the prosecutors go with her and they win the case. Almost 2 weeks after Ammon Rob was admitted, CPS and armed Pinellas County police officers ordered Mikado and Diener, Tyrone Diener, which you saw in the video with Saisha, that's her fiance, out of the hospital. Allegations of trespassing and severe malnutrition. That's what they said. So let me get this right, guys. And let's bring you back up to speed here. So what they're saying is, two parents say, hey, the child's not eating. I don't know why. I'm not producing breast milk as I should adequately. My child is not eating. I'm coming to you for help. When you come to them for help, they say, oh, guess what? Your child isn't eating. You have been abusing your child. No, I bought the child because the child's not eating. I need your help to help me to nourish the child. And I'm not producing milk as I should, and my baby needs help. And your response is, hey, guess what we discovered? Your child's not eating. We need to take your child. Now, the reason why I say earlier, folks, that this story, you wouldn't have heard about it unless it was a black woman attached to it, because they like to use black pain in order to get clicks and views. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do anything about it, but people like to use that. It's something about the wailing and the tears of a black woman that just inspire. It's like a car accident. You just got to rubberneck and watch it, you know? But this woman, Dr. Sally Smith, she'd been doing this for, I don't know how many years. She's an institution of taking children from their parents with the most flimsy reasoning. She does not even need really critical medical evidence. She could get a funny feeling. She got a funny feeling that something ain't going right in that house. And you, talking to people in her agency, may be under the impression that these people are trying to help you. But they're not. They're acting as an agent of law enforcement, of the police state, to take your child from you and put them in the system. Here goes some of the victims of Dr. Sally Smith. Who's this first one here? Here we go. Here we go. Kushners. Vadim and Elena Kushner celebrated their first birthday of their son William in July. Child abuse pediatrician Dr. Sally Smith accused them of egregiously abusing their son when he was 6 weeks old. Now, the child was born it was a difficult pregnancy, a traumatic birth is what they call it. The pediatrician reassured them their son had a traumatic birth and sensitive skin, but was otherwise healthy. During the birth process, there was a torrent of blood. His umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. His face blue. Bruises dotted his face and shoulders for 2 weeks. He cried every time he was touched. Then when William was 33 days old, Elena noticed him twitching. So she took him to the hospital to get checked out because that's what mommies do. And that's when this lady, Dr. Sally Smith, came to examine him. Elena and Vadim Kushner say Smith did not introduce herself or answer the couple's questions. Instead, she took photos of every part of William's body, including his genitals and a bruise on his hand from the IV. On her way out the door, she turned to them and said, "This is child abuse, and I'm going to prove it." What we have is a crusading weirdo who's dangerous as fuck, taking people's children. They're still fighting for their child. Finnegans. Ashley Finnegan and her fiance George Glushenko was accused of hitting their infant daughter so hard they dented her skull. Child abuse pediatrician Dr. Sally Smith says she didn't believe the Glushkos accidentally hit her with a cell phone. Just 3 years prior, an appeals court had reprimanded Smith for relying too heavily on her own subjective opinion of a parent's credibility. See, this is how this works. Dr. Sally Smith notices a bruise or a lesion or a contusion or something on your child that other hospitals may not notice at all. She then conjures in her mind the worst possible way that could have occurred. And the parent goes, no, that's not what happened. No, maybe something else. I didn't do that. I would never do that. And the explanation that the parents gave, like in this particular incident, the child's injury was consistent with the parents' version of events, according to court records. But Smith testified the baby had no scalp swelling to indicate a fall, so I don't think he fell because he didn't have scalp swelling. She also claimed the father's story was inconsistent because he told other physicians he witnessed the accident, but told her he was in the kitchen. She concluded that the boy had been shaken. No evidence of shaking. Like something there can be a bruise or there could be an issue. Doesn't necessarily mean that the most heinous thing took place to create that issue. Baby could have fell. I don't know how you tell the difference between a shake, a fall, a stumble, a cartwheel, a tumble, without some type of track record to be able to look at these things. And look, and I know it's a very difficult, boy, I want to say it's very difficult. You know, you want to help the child, protect the child, but if you're destroying families in the process, if you're putting everyone in harm's way, if you're traumatizing children and parents, and do you realize you have to go get a court-appointed lawyer unless you have, like, I don't know, thousands of dollars to hire your own investigators to be able to look at the child, make their own recommendations? You get what I'm saying? Because this is the state. So the state has all the resources imaginable to wage against you. You don't get those resources. You have to go secure those resources on your own pocketbook. This young man, I think I have another example. Let's get to Rizalot. There we go. Tyler Rizalot. He's pictured here with his wife, Kelly Jordan, and their kids in 2015 before a judge sends him to 10 years in prison for violating his probation. He was accused of child abuse by pediatrician Dr. Sally Smith for shaking and possibly hitting his girlfriend's child in 2012. Investigators pressed Rizalot. Could he have shaken the boy a little too hard, bumped him while playing, seen him fall off something? I've analyzed every situation in the last week now. This kid could have failed, bumped his head, slipped, told them. What I'm telling you is the absolute truth. There was no fall. There was no shake. And you are arguing against someone who the state has given all credibility to. And you are just a lowly parent who they give the side eye to, who they don't believe. Doesn't look good. There have been people who have committed suicide, parents who have committed suicide under allegations that cannot be proven. Cannot be proven. That you have a baby monitor or a camera there. So what I'm saying, the state has the power to come in and take your child with very little evidence. There could be 10 reasons or 10 ways, possible ways that something could have occurred. And if that child abuse pediatrician, decides it was the most heinous action, it was a deliberate action, it was abuse, what you say won't matter. How do you disprove a negative? How do you prove your child may have fallen if you didn't see him fall, if you don't have evidence, you don't have a video of them falling? It almost makes you want to live in your own surveillance state in order to protect yourself and protect your family. They take your child, put your child in foster home. One more time, Sally. This is what happens when the state hands all jurisdiction, all control over to one crusading individual with a born to rule tattoo on her back and a vengeance and a vendetta in her soul. All right, guys, so check this out. What we're going to do, we're gonna continue to follow this story. This is bullshit, okay? This is horrible. Saisha Mercado, Mr. Tyron. They have a GoFundMe. They're raising money. They're going to fight this thing. They're going to fight it all the way. And they should fight it. I can't imagine this. This happens. And once again, folks, the reason why this popped through the radar is not because of the numerous white families that are being projected here. The same thing as, there's an article here at the USA Today called Bad Medicine, that investigation we talked about. But that viral video of Saisha and her fiance, roadside, that got 2 million views. And that was on Saturday. So hopefully it's still going. And hopefully people will get involved. And like I said earlier at the beginning of this show, guys, there's so many issues we could be patently passionate and vociferous about, and we have a right to be that way. And hell, how could you not be that way? And we should fight for those things and advocate for them strongly. And if you have a platform, do your damn thing. All right, I'm Tim Black on this, guys. Let me know what you think about this. And if you got any information, please send it to Client Kira at TimBlackTV.com. We will follow up on it. All right. Sad shit, guys. Sad. Very sad. Horrific. It's a nightmare for a parent. I don't know anything any more scarier than an outside agency just saying, hey, and these are instances, remember, guys, where they went to the hospital. Say, hey, this is something, you know. So maybe we're at a point where, look, I don't know. Maybe Dr. Sally Smith was at a point where she just lost it. Maybe she has seen some of the horrific events. And I'm trying to look at it from another vantage point. Maybe she's seen so many horrific events, she is just now so traumatized, and the residual from that makes her overreact. Well, that's not good either. You can't just overreact and snatch children out of the homes of their parents. We're talking about a 10-day-old, not even year old, a 10-day-old child. Because you got a funny feeling. That ain't enough, Johnson. Imagine if that was you or I. They've done this to others. They didn't invent this with Miss Mercado and her fiance. They've done this to other people. Fighting back without a voice. And that's why I say this is what media is for. So it's been a lot. We had a lot of talk, guys, a lot of talk about over the last couple of days, people going back and forth and all this shit. Check this out. Media's job is to give exposure to issues and shine a light. We got people trying to be media who need to be activists and go do the activist shit. Okay? Because we're like crossing the lines about what you're really about. If you're not a media person, you may not be good at this. Getting the word out, communicating what your ideas are, expressing those ideas, exposing them, bringing attention to them. That's the media's job. I feel like we're kind of like arguing, but it's like some of the people in this argument should not be in this argument because they're in a space they don't need to be. They just want to grab YouTube views or some shit, and they're not even media people. They haven't invested any time in doing media. They haven't done media. Now say what you want to say. There's certain people who have been in this media business and have been reporting on issues. So we need to work together on that part of it. So my job, for instance, is to bring on subject matter experts who work in the fields to educate my audience. Get it? That's different than you being pissed off about your direct actions and how we're not doing this in the direct action world. And we need to, pursue different alternative ways of adjusting politics. That's different than what I do and what independent media does. So what I'm saying is the lines are getting really blurred. Anybody can get in, anybody with a microphone can get in and talk shit. What I'm saying is there is a job of media to do here. Report on this issue. Get the word out about Saisha Mercado. Raise the interest level and the awareness of the public to direct the public to this issue, and then we work with activists in order to try to eradicate it, try to deal with it. But one of the things the system really hates is attention. Man, they like doing this shit in the dark, son. So that's the job. That's our job. Get what I'm saying? That's our job, to expose, to bring attention to, tell the stories. That's what I try to do. So we're going to continue to try to do that. And I'm not saying we can't cross over here or there, but we got different roles sometimes. Get what I'm saying? Different roles. I want to try to get better at my role, as I'm always trying to improve, to educate my audience, to speak truth to power on these issues. That's it. If you got other story ideas, things that you think need to be covered, that the world needs to be notified about, informed about, that you think are not getting enough attention, you can always submit them to ClientCare@10BlackTV.com, because that's what we do. Motherfuckers, TMZ of independent media. What the fuck is that? Somebody TMZ. Why is that person why are we even talking about these people? We're the TMZ of independent media. Why would we even pay attention to that shit? What's the value of that? You gonna go talk to them motherfuckers, really? About what? Kind of stupid. Like, what's that? Unless you try to get some attention for your bullshit. Everybody talked, everybody said their thing? You good? Thanks for being here, Johnson. We will be here. We will be back. Oh, and this is independent media only, Johnson. I love to point out that the comedian D.L. Hughley is now producing a show with a number of comedians called Johnson. It's about a group of men who are all named Johnson. Sound familiar? Yeah, I know. Because we've been doing it for about 5 years. Big money take little money. I'm so obscure, though. Still, I got 5 articles, one of those in the Jewish Times. Video on Mediaite. Oh. We're obscure. We don't matter. So anyway, it is kind of vindication that you had a good idea and that you were using it and it got some legs and got around and people noticed it. That's good. That feels good. Not so good, though, where you get no recognition for it and people just use it. But thank you, Wolfpack, for being here, guys. Tomorrow we'll be back. Tomorrow I'll open up phone lines, so it's easier. As we try to get out. I'm trying to get my head back in this because I also need to get the Pause show back together. I got to reconnect all my shit because we took some things apart to go to Ohio, and I still have to get them all tested. I got to do my tech, make sure everything works. We want to get that Pause show, the new Pause show with the other background. You like that? Like that other set that's less of this shit. It's no CGI, right? It's just a regular background, real background. I like that too. I like it. It's easier. But I got to get that all hooked back up because we had to use that camera in the field. So we'll be doing that. I think that's it, Johnson. Think we're good? You good? Woo! Messing with people's kids will set off a war. Yes, it will. Piece of 10 Black Reset Race. Yes, yes, yes. Information Man Kwame Brown. Yes. Hey, man. Hey. It is what it is. Shout out to the people that roll with me, man. Shout out to you, knowing what's up. I've only had one individual not get it. Not understand that we mean well. We mean sometimes we mean well. And if you still have questions, man, please, it's enough. I put out enough content about all this drama that you could go check out those videos to kind of get up to speed on it. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay? So hopefully you'll check out my responses and responses of the Reset Race podcast. Damn, Reset Race is so... I'm really fortunate that I saw these folks and I had an interaction with them and I began to stay in close contact with them, because that's really helpful, because they're really the only people that really have my back during this process. So I want to shout them out once again. And I like the fact that just like I with them, I support Reset Race Podcast, not just because they're great people, though I'm sure they are. It's because their message and their mission is so, I support that. So with that, that's your solidarity comes from that. Being on the same page. Wanting similar things. That's it. All right, guys. We good. What's up, Will? We love you, Johnson. I love you too, Will. Hey, man. Hey. It ain't like I got the facilities to do a show called Johnson. It's just, I appreciate a little shout, let me know something. We try and build over here. We come up with some good ideas. We do some good things. I ain't happy till all people are happy, and I love black people, and we need to get off the bottom. If you love black people and you want to get them off the bottom, if you value the same, if you value these policies that people talk about, they say that are important to them, probably I agree with all those policies. I agree with all that shit. I'm here for all of it. I agree with all, pretty much, it has never changed. We got to go through the Medicare for All, student debt relief, UBI, federal jobs guarantee. I was on federal jobs guarantee for years. In D.C., I saw it work. The whole world wanted you to think Marion Burge is a crazy crackhead. But no, he had federal job guarantee, basically, where he gave people a leg out of poverty. He set aside 30% of federal job contracts for black small businesses. Something unheard of. He did that shit. That's why they wanted you to think he was a crackhead. That's why they just so happened put him in a hotel back in that late mid-90s or whatever, early 90s, with a hidden camera with a woman smoking some drugs. That's why. We say we understand things, but do we really get it? Do we really understand how they set you up? Do you really understand the smears? You really get it? Like what they do? So we need to take a step back sometime. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't play, Johnson. They look at what they did to me. It was a 3-hour show, and they clipped out 9 seconds and then told you it's about this person. And people believed it, Johnson. And these are people who say they're smarter than the average bear, who laugh at Trump supporters. Yeah, I don't think you should laugh at Trump supporters. You're fucking stupid. You're really gullible. Like, really, dog? 3 hour, they took 9 seconds. Why didn't it take 20 minutes? Because then you would have known. Come on, man. So I'm still a little sore about it. I'm still a little pissed about it, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Have a great remaining of your morning. I love you. I'll see y'all soon. Wolf Pack. Was that too loud?
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get Black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. timblacktv.com. Join us today.
Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe. Yeah, man. Keep your head up, everybody. Keep your head up. Don't let them get to you, Johnson. You are the bomb, Johnson. We're going to fight together. Win or lose, we do it together. We are one. We're all Johnson. Wolfpack.